came to you, didn't really know what the problem was. I had the underlying problem was I felt like I reached a ceiling, I was blocked, I self-sabotage, that's what it was. There's a couple of things you were able to help me figure out were, something I never would have done on my own, which was, one was, I had a problem, I'm a giver. I had a problem receiving and the importance of being able to receive. No way in the world I would ever figure that out, as many books as I could read or what have you, but it totally made sense. So that was a big thing. And then several other times I came to with different issues that just trying to get to the bottom of, and using your technique, you were able to ask me a series of questions to get to the bottom of whatever that problem was and pick things out I had no clue existed, or I would not have related one to the other. Just knowing like, oh wow, I didn't tie A and Z together, but you did, and based on a series of questions, and it's helped me out tremendously from some of my bigger issues were like dealing with money. Why can't I get past this income level? Why can't I get past here? And been able to do it. If I decided to do a launch and kind of get my finances back in order. So we did a launch and did very well. Sold almost 1,000 units. Not a huge financial windfall, but it set me up to be back where I needed to be. Like without Logical Soul, I don't know where I'd be right now. Just in general, because I had a launch a couple years ago, had some business going, and my sessions with you actually helped to propel me to that level, because I've been able to do things that I didn't feel confident that I could do on my own, just in the state that I was. Your body tells you what's truth. Your body is its own lie detector, from what I've learned. And you ask a series of questions, and then you tie those questions together, and then it's a level of consciousness. Like well that's why, and then you explain, and I'm like, so it's almost like I'm solving the problem, but you're helping bring it out. So until you actually accept that and know that, and get access to whatever it is that was causing that, it's usually some sort of fear or something, and let that go, you can't get past it. Like I've tried hypnosis. Hypnosis worked for some areas, and more so from relaxation. But just working with you, it was very non-evasive, and it was just weird from the standpoint, not weird in a bad way. It was just strange, because I'm like, you are doing something, but it doesn't feel like you're doing anything. You're just asking me questions and pushing my arm, and my body is telling you, just like anybody else's body will tell you, what is going on from the standpoint of you ask yes or no questions. It's a lie detector. So it's almost like sitting at a polygraph. You ask me a question, and then based on that first question, the response, you ask me additional questions, and that's how it bubbles up to. It's one of those things that's extremely powerful, because again, when you know better, you do better. Most of them were like, oh man, how I would have never thought of that. There's nobody that I think I could have gone to figure that out. But once you know what the problem is, then it's like, okay, here's the problem. You came in because you couldn't deal with money, where in essence, it wasn't really deal with money. It was you pleasing your father. And whatever the case may be, I totally wouldn't have tied those two together until you went through it. And I was like, wow, that's... my most profound was the fact that it was hard for me to receive.
Right.
And I didn't understand the importance of that and the cycle. And that's really the main thing that kind of got me going. Like, okay, so it's almost like I felt non-deserving. Like, I'll give, but I felt non-deserving. Like, no, I don't want. And then when I started to be able to receive, things completely changed.
Yeah.
And then you basically asked me what I thought I was able to reach, and it was in the millions. Now, I haven't reached the millions yet, but I definitely believe that I can, based on what I've working with you and the skill set that I have.
Right.
Logical Soul is I'd say an unorthodox, non-traditional way to improve yourself. Deal with your problems that you have no clue what the Logical Soul system helps you do. And the process, it helps you get to what the real cause of your issue is. And again, for me personally, a lot of times it's totally not what I thought it was. And sometimes the issue isn't even what I think it is. It's another issue that's tied into that. I'd say a psychologist doesn't particularly know if you're lying or telling the truth. Your body won't lie to itself. So you're asking simple questions and you're getting an answer. So if you give this answer, then you ask this question. If I give this answer, you ask another question. And wow, this is, there's been a lot of profound moments I've had, working with the system, because again, I had no idea that it was. But as you go through, and I mean, I'm sure I've sat in some sessions with you, with other folks, and everybody's situation is different. It's hands down, like I've given a lot of people, I said, look, especially people that know you, you guys have a problem, go see Michael. What does he do? I can't tell you what he does, but I can tell you to help him. I can sort of tell you, but this is the first time I've actually articulated it in a way that I think almost makes sense. But if you have a problem that you want, a really serious problem that you want to get to the underlying root of, whether it's a health problem, mental problem, money problem, physical problem, the Logical Soul Method is, I'd use it as the first step to get a grip on what the real problem is and what the root cause of that problem is, and then from there you can work to fix it.